Hello, I'm Interweb Studios and today we ask Reddit what is the worst excuse for cheating. Just a quick warning that a lot of this content is not safe for work, so take what you want with that, but that is my warning. Unfortunately, my channel is still a virgin according to the rice purity test, so if you want to help lower my score, don't forget to like, subscribe to help my channel lose its virginity, and also comment your favorite position. I'm leaving that vague intentionally. With that, sit back and enjoy. She's your twin. Does it really count as cheating? I dated a girl with an identical twin. One night I came up behind her, wrapped my arms around her, and planted a gentle kiss on her neck. Normally she liked that a lot, but this time she said, "What the duck are you doing?" It was her twin. So embarrassed, lol. Luckily they both saw the funny side because it's happened before. I just have a flirty personality. That one really hits home. I met a guy like this once. He told me, a complete stranger he just met 2 minutes ago, "My wife is always so jealous. I'm Italian, we're flirty, it's in our nature." I told her so many times, "It's not a big deal. Why doesn't she also cheat on me?" I first thought he was only talking about hugging, flirting, but like half an hour later he went to some random girl while his wife was in the same room. And asked her, "Hey, I'm Luca, do you want to duck me?" I don't think that man understands flirting. I was looking for an excuse to break up. If you want to break up, why don't you just break up? Seriously, why add more drama into the mix? My guess is that instead of doing the hard thing of just being an adult and breaking up, they use cheating as a catalyst to break up without having to go through the tough motions of breaking up. Certainly not condoning it, but that's my best guess. Unfortunately, some people want drama. A friend of mine got cheated on. His girlfriend slept with a guy while on vacation. Didn't tell him, obviously. He found out because one of her friends felt bad and told him. When he confronted her about it, she dumped him via Facebook. Didn't even have the guts to do it in person or with a phone call, claiming he was boring. When I was discussing this with my other friends, I really couldn't figure out why someone doesn't just end the relationship they're not happy about. Another friend said that it probably wasn't exciting enough for her. FYI, he's now happily married, to someone else, obviously, and with a kid, but the cheating hurt him badly. It was an accident. Like, what do you mean an accident? Look man. Sometimes kids drop their ice cream cones, and sometimes the council is slow to clean up those ice cream cones, and some days I'm a little off balance, and some girls like to not wear panties, and sometimes I forget my pants. And sometimes all these factors come together to cause me to slip on an ice cream cone and slide my uncovered sausage into her awaiting hole repeatedly. And sometimes that same series of unfortunate events occurs several times over the course of a few months. She was walking past the house when she suddenly slipped and fell in a mud puddle, completely socking her. Being a gentleman, I invited her in and let her use our washing machine, lending her a bathrobe. Sadly, I tore my pants doing that, and she said that as I was doing so much to help her, she would sew it back up for me, so I took them off. But then, shock horror, the dog ran and stole her bathrobe, and so we both ran after the rascal, only she slipped and I ran into her. And that's when you walked in. So you see, it was a total accident. I thought y'all were friends. An actual quote from an ex. My immediate response: "How the duck does that make it any better?" She had absolutely no reply, just sat there with her jaw dropped like she was waiting for another cock to come flying in the room. On the plus side, she helped you realize the other person was in fact not a friend. Knocked two shitty people out of your life. That last line is gold. You weren't around, and I was horny. It didn't mean anything. Right. Okay. Gone. One that I heard from a former marriage counselor was a woman who claimed her husband was so affectionate, hard-working, and considerate, she developed an inferiority complex and dealt with it by cheating. Holy shit, the audacity. The lion, the witch, and audacity of that bitch. Imagine being the guy in that scenario in the future. Yeah, my ex-wife cheated. She said I was too good for her and cheated. My greatest weakness is I'm too much of a perfectionist. Dude. People joke about this, but it's a real flaw if it's true. Imagine if someone was honest about it and said, "My biggest flaw is that I'm a perfectionist. I spend too long on every task because I feel really uncomfortable if things aren't done right." This also makes me avoid starting tasks or taking on projects because I know they'll all be a ton of work and stress me out. I also get frustrated with my coworkers during group projects because they don't have the same standards, so I'll either end up redoing some of their work and resenting the burden, or I'll leave it that way and feel shitty about the whole project. I'm afraid to try things that I don't think I'll be good at. I hate doing presentations because I can see these tiny flaws in my work and I'm terrified that other people will see them too. I simultaneously believe that my work is better than everyone else's and that my work is so imperfect that I'll be immediately fired if anyone looks closely. I can't handle rejection on any level. People think I'm stuck up, but I really just have a lot of anxiety and I'm afraid that people will see that I'm deeply flawed and they'll all hate me without telling me, so I'm a little stiff and aloof with new people, so sales and team bonding exercises are out. I'll eventually quit, with 2 weeks notice when you pass me up for. I thought about you the whole time. Never understood that one. It makes it worse, surely. I think it makes it worse regardless of what your name is, and don't call me Shirley. I thought it was funny you didn't know. Yup, that actually happened to me. Kind of a similar vein. My ex looked me square in the eyes and said, "I knew it would hurt you, but I didn't think it would hurt you this much." Lol, this is what my ex told me after she slept with my best friend. I moved out of the house the day that I found out and she was all confused and surprised I'd react that strongly. Filed for divorce a few days later. I'll never understand how a best friend can choose to become the worst kind of friend, like seriously pick literally anyone else. In college, my friend was dating a girl. She was very free-spirited and fun. I had a project I was working on and part of it needed to be painted nicely, and she was a great artist and offered to do it for free. The part was at my parents' house about 2 hours away, so she suggests a road trip to go get it. Sure, fun. The whole time she came on to me, flirted with me, touched me, the whole deal. I finally asked her what the duck was up with her. She point blank told me she wanted to cheat on her boyfriend with me. I asked why and she told me that she liked to cheat in relationships because it gave her leverage if her partner cheats on her or hurts her. Ducking weirdo. The lights were off, I couldn't see. It was doggy style. I thought he was you. I actually know a guy whose wife used this excuse. He literally caught her blowing him. She said that she thought it was him and they are still together. I lost focus and had a consensual workplace relationship, Ned Fulmer. The fact that he used consensual workplace relationship made the issue so much worse. It's so smarmy. The lost focus part is what got me, actually lol. Lost focus. Sounds like you were zoning out while driving and accidentally ran a stop sign. Forgetting what you are doing and ending up hooking up with someone multiple times is not something that happens. Lost focus equals stop caring. Also, how did he lose focus on his wife and kids when that's what he's made his entire brand? The man talks about his wife every other breath, but he lost focus of them. Get out of here. I performed a soul retrieval on him, and discovered that he was my soulmate, for thousands of past lives and thousands of lives into the future. I was told this out of the blue, after a 21-year relationship, 18 years of marriage with 2 small children. I can't help but feel there were 21 years of absolute batshit crazy red flags when someone says some shit like that. These spiritual practices were going on for a long time, no doubt. I became an atheist in that time, but it all seemed like fun and games to me, even though there were strange things she was reporting and taking very seriously. Everything else in the marriage was going okay, so I shrugged it off. Ultimately, I can't tell her, "No, you can't be a witch. Sorry we started the threesome without you. But your friend filled in for you. He caught me cheating, serves him right for spying on me. Random girl I overheard talking on her phone." That's exactly how my ex tried to gaslight me when I caught her. "You did this to yourself, you went through my phone looking to get hurt." I went looking for answers, which is exactly what I found. Dog, about a decade ago I was having my suspicions and I caught my longtime girlfriend cheating when I logged into her Facebook page and read her messages. There were like 3-4 dudes in her DMs with graphic conversations about stuff they'd done, and want to do. The first thing my sorry ass texted her was an apology for going through her Facebook. But then I told her she can pick her shit up and duck off. She didn't even acknowledge the cheating accusations. The first thing she did was give me shit for logging into her Facebook. What a ducked up relationship that was. I noticed that instead of saving money, we were losing about $6,000 of our savings per month. We had a specific dollar goal to put a down payment on a house. When I looked into it, I found out my ex-wife was spending over $6,000 a month. She got upset and said that she should be allowed to do whatever she wanted to with our money. She had been buying random URL names in the hopes one would be the name of an up-and-coming business that would have to buy it from her. Like a patent troll, but with websites. I had been working my ass off picking up extra work travel to save money for us, and then took up even more work trips to make up for the losses and get us back on track to buy a home. After that, whenever I returned home, she was cold and distant. I tried to be affectionate to her, and she told me to hook up with other women while on my work trips because she wasn't in love with me anymore. She said she loved me like a cousin and hoped we could continue being married, but in a non-traditional way. Meaning, she could still spend all my money lol. When I found out she had been cheating, she said that she stopped loving me when I criticized her use of our savings and then started traveling more, which gave her time to reconnect with an ex. She had broken up with the ex about 10 years prior when he became a pill-popping heroin addict. When they reconnected, he was clean, so she left me for him. So the reasons were: 1. I shouldn't have been upset about her using our savings to buy website names instead of a down payment on a house. 2. If I didn't get upset at the loss of all that savings, I wouldn't have picked up more work giving her the time and space to reconnect with her ex. And 3. She always loved him and he was clean now. Alright, time for the lightning round. Here we go. It just happened. It was my birthday and I really wanted to. You're too nice. I'm doing you a favor. I'd had nothing but bad experiences, and had so many good ones with you, that I needed to know if I was fixed. The cake was sitting in the fridge, someone had to eat it. She's way hotter than you. It was a gangbang and I had a mask on, it doesn't count. I'm an alpha and that's what we do. Yes, that's a real one. It was a misunderstanding, her name was same as yours so I got confused. It was the alcohol, not me. It wasn't me. With that, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe, to help my channel lose its virginity, and comment your favorite position. Thank you for watching the entire video, and until next time.